maybe we can have this for a second because I think this is a good conversation we're dabbing into a little bit. You ever have a moment where, because I did, and mine was in Old Cardinal.
Mm-hmm.
We played there. We used to, the Bullitt County championship game used to be in Old Cardinal Stadium, and I remember playing in Old Cardinal and just being like, this is, and Papa John says, Cardinal Stadium had already opened.
Yeah.
But we would play there, and I remember thinking I remember walking out of that locker room and going, dude, I want to play in a big stadium. I was like, this is awesome. Because it does, man.
Man, it seems like everywhere I went, I was always in awe of so many places.
And I was too. I had such a respect, even because when I took visits, and I'm not cutting you off, but I think we're kind of going down the same road here. Do you know how people think, oh, you, and some people may be this way. I went to visits and stuff, and I was like, yeah, they're recruiting me. I was just in awe at Tennessee when I saw those receivers jamming their hands in salt, and I was just like, and I saw the facilities, and even Vandy. I remember, I know I sound like a kid, but I remember being a senior and watching Jay Cutler walk out, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, this is crazy.
No, but there's a difference between facility acknowledgement and player acknowledgement, because you definitely have that player is awesome, or that player his size. You have those.
Well, I'll play that game because Vandy, I wasn't impressed
with the facility
at all. I went to Vandy and was like, I'll never come back here. Now, Jay Cutler was impressive. I thought he was an old lineman. That's one of the biggest dudes I've ever seen.
I mean, maybe it was unfair because my brother played and I got to go see all his games.
That's fair.
When his team was number one in the state of North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? So I saw packed houses, and high school gyms were awesome to me. But again, I came to Louisville, Steve, because you had a card that you could slide and get into a replica arena of Freedom Hall, and you could turn on the lights.
Yeah.
Any time of day.
Right. Which at the time was incredible.
It was incredible.
I know.
You mean to tell me this card gives me access to this place?
Yeah.
At 3:00 in the morning, I can play basketball.
Yeah.
This is the only place that showed me that.
Yeah.
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 Everything else, every coach said was like,
right.
Basketball. Start. Recruit. You know what I'm saying? I heard nothing else after that.
Yeah.
It was just, you got it. But you at that age, and take them to Tennessee so you can see the crappy parts of it too. Get into the stadium and say,
where are they at?
No, what I'm saying is when you get in there and you see the bench seating versus Cardinal.
Sure.
Yeah, and I'm saying crappy as in if Louisville's better, your stuff's crappy. It's
just
Louisville.
So tall. Neyland is so tall. Like
you're in the sky.
It's so like
you are literally in the sky.
Here's the thing. Awesome, B. Thank you.
I can't believe we turned into Neyland.
Listen.
Tennessee balls.
It's Notre Dame. I'm in all of Notre Dame when I went because the tradition.
Right.
But you walk up on Notre Dame Stadium, you're like, there's no way they fit that many people in that.
Right.
You walk up on Neyland, and you're like, this is a cathedral.
How do they fill that thing out?
I know, because it's big, it's tall, it's amazing.
Let me get that. You need a cigarette, Steve?
I know. God, it's awesome.
That was emotional. Kendra, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Hey, good morning. I was driving. Of course, I was listening. I had to call in to agree with Steve about the camp. I dropped my son off, too, and it's like he said, no shade or anything on the prior stuff, but it is an obvious, immediate, noticeable difference. And the organization of it, it's just immediate. You feel it right on. And you can just tell it's a new I guess, regime.
What are some of the things that like just kind of awed you?
Well, see, I feel bad comparing the two,
right,
but
right.
You know what I mean?
No, I do.
We're Louisville fans, so I feel bad, but it's just different, and you have to acknowledge it. It's a positive. It's growth. You know what I mean? So it's nothing wrong with acknowledging, positive things happening.
Right.
So just from the onset, like you said, you walk in. And, last time when we went, all of that was under construction. It's a bunch of dump trucks and mud or dirt everywhere. So now it's all finished. You actually get to see, you walk in and you see the players working out over here. And I think it was the training room on the left. And they had it all, the table set up. You check in and then the trainer's there and you get your T-shirt. And then they usher you into the team meeting room where they had, I think check-in was from maybe 8 to 9, maybe. I think camp starts at 9. And
right.
So they had a Disney movie playing in there. So you're nice and cool. It's a amphitheater, not amphitheater, but you know what I mean, a movie theater type feel in there. So the kids are watching the movie and, coaches
Listen, were you sizing up the competition like Steve?
Well, you know what? I didn't know. The thing, I thought I may have misread it, but it said cleats or tennises. And last year it was inside the Trader Center. I think I said it right. And so I brought my son in cleats, in tennis shoes. And so they get out here, like Steve said, they're doing the 40 and the shuttle out here on this grass, and it's wet. And I'm like, oh, no. So, but I stayed about 30 minutes. He was still doing his thing out there. He was able to do the shuttles and all that. So I may run his cleats back out there to him. I don't know, but he'll have them tomorrow for sure. But I wasn't expecting. And the parents, some had their chairs sitting around watching. I wasn't expecting that kind of setup.
Right.
Last year we just dropped them off and they did what they did. So, but I could just tell off the top the organization of it. I mean, it's just really, really nice, and it's in a positive way. No shade to the prior staff, but you can tell there's a change, and it's a good thing.
No,
and
I'm listening.
Yeah, I want to say one other thing while y'all talking about facilities and going on and on about Tennessee.
I know.
I want to bring back home to our facilities and say how cool it is for former players that are now bringing their kids to camps, and they see the new changes to our facilities, and they are in awe. Totally different from when they played. I had my husband is a former player at U and one of his friends, you guys probably remember Tyrus McLeod, he brought his son to camp, and, everything, the facilities are totally different from when Tyrus played here, so he was impressed by the new upgrades and everything.
The same way.
But, yes, just like you all are going on about needling.
I know.
I think that's how you said
it. It is.
Yeah, he's going nuts. He felt the same way about his home stadium. But anyway, so I was.
No, listen. I appreciate the call.
Kendra's such a mom.
I'm worried about him slipping on the wet grass.
I may run his cleats back up.
That is so mom. Yeah, right.
I was like, I heard my mom.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I may run his cleats back.
I know he doesn't.
That boy's gonna be out there falling on his face.
Look. They only have orange Gatorade there, so I know he only likes purple. So I might she's just looking for a reason to go check out some more.
I know. I loved it. I loved that call.
Look, and somewhere, Mr. Kendra, right?
Yep.
It's like, woman, he does not need.
Why did he have his cleats in the first place?
No, I wasn't going there with it. But yeah, look,
you took the boy to camp with no cleats.
Look, boy. You know you need cleats to go play football. What do you think this is?
My son didn't wear cleats.
Indoor, son.
No, it's outdoor.
It's outdoor.
He hasn't earned his cleats yet. So,
Steve,
still 2 weeks till football.
Steve,
and he gets fresh cleats, dude.
Steve,
God.
I'm not. See,
he gets glossy,
I wasn't gonna
Adidas,
call you a liar on air.
Pro knit,
but Steve, stupid. Like when you said that, I'm like, equipment is the one thing you ain't holding out on your child.
Look at these, dude. Like, they're stupid. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
Earned. He has to earn his.
That's $150, dude.
He got to earn it back.
Yeah, like, come on, man.
Is that what it is?
He'll get. No, it's just what I use to work hard until football starts. Then I give him to him. I give him. Don't let him hear that. Obviously. Got a few, look, on the text line, got a few people. Somebody said, took my son to visit UK, U of L, Vandy, Johns Hopkins, and Duke. Was upset with myself because they all felt Cameron Indoor. It's different. Right. See,
my dad took me there.
Yeah. He graduates from Duke next year. That's brutal. Took my son to all these camps. Yeah, he went to Duke.
Yeah, Duke was underwhelming. Duke looked like a gym.
Yeah, but it's awesome inside.
When it's packed.
Yeah.
When it's
I
empty,
don't know. I disagree. I've been in it empty.
It sucks.
It was awesome. I thought it was awesome.
Kid Marcus thought it sucked.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe because you were looking at it as basketball guy.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't. I was looking at it as, oh, man, there's a lot of history.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah.
I can see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I can play that game.
Yeah.
You know what's,
I did take those trips.
You know the worst gym empty in the planet because it doesn't do it justice is North Carolina. Because empty, they pull the lower bleachers back, and it looks like a high school.
Yeah, like your old gym.
It really, but Carolina, people don't realize Carolina seats like 19,000. It's a massive gym, but it looks pathetic. I don't know why they do that. I mean, that's off topic, but yeah, I mean, it was good. It was good this morning, man, and it was.
That's an important thing. Hey, since we just stumbled on that conversation. Take your kids to multiple universities. That's important.
I think so.
That's important.
I would totally. I would back that 100%.
If you want your kid, like if you're looking for an extra spark, maybe that you might be able to get their attention, take them to an empty football field at a university. Let them run on some turf, some cool turf. One of those places because, like I said, to this day, I remember Jalen's attitude after he ran on the Florida Gator field.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? His name after that was like J Gator 4.
Yeah.
For like most of his high school, you know what I'm saying? Just because he ran on a university of, football field.
No, I think so too, man. And I think it's, and one, here's the thing. You have a university, if you're a Louisville fan, well, for one, I think you want to give, I'm not doing parenting advice, but I mean, I would want to say, okay, here's options. But if, like, I want my kid to play at Louisville, you have amazing facilities.
Big interviews yesterday.
Yeah.
We want to kind of dig into them a little bit.
Sure.
Quick commercial break. Middays with Marcus Maben, 8150-939 is the number on 939 Ville.
Have you been in a car wreck? Insurance companies can be really tough to deal with on your own. I'm Sam Aguiar, and our team is here to help. We have been fortunate enough to represent thousands of people from Kentucky communities, and we would love to speak with you about your potential case. Our team loves what we do. The consultation for you is free, and we don't charge you anything unless we win the case for you. So come be a part of our team. Our phone number is easy, 502-888-8888. 502-888-8888.
UPS is currently hiring package handlers for its preload operation. Earn $13 an hour and receive up to $250 in weekly attendance bonuses while working up to a career as a package car driver. In as little as 6 months, you could have an opportunity to connect with customers and build lasting relationships in the community. Future you looks good in brown. Apply now at upsjobs.com or text Brown to 33588. That's Brown to 33588.
You know, anyone can deliver a box of groceries. But when you consider the source, only Kroger can bring you the fresh, delicious food and quality products you already know and love. And no matter how you like to get your groceries, Kroger makes it easy with same-day store pickup, delivery in as little as 1 hour, and shipping right to your door. So go ahead, check out while you're chillin'. Shop online with the Kroger app or at Kroger.com today.
Are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you're ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loan.
Yeah, just kind of like be like, we're talking, Court Dennison, and then, that way I know you're looking at Court Dennison. And
For ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free.
Okay.
Give a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-05.
To be honest, most of them are short anyway. Like, they're kind of...
Jewelry more affordable than ever with one spectacular offer. You ready? 5 years, 0 interest financing on anything and everything. No money down. Yep, a $3,000 pair of diamond studs, just $50 a month. It's crazy. A $6,000 Veragio engagement ring, just $100 a month. It's the best buying opportunity ever. Now, for a limited time, pick any item and spread your payments out over 5 years without paying a dime in interest. It's easy, it's smart, it's amazing, and it's happening right now. Only at Genesis Diamonds.
Get a $5,000 Tacori engagement ring and pay only $85 a month. You can do it now for a limited time at Genesis Diamonds. It's our best offer ever. 5 years, 0 interest financing with nothing down. And everything's included. Rings, earrings, pendants, all designer brands, even GIA certified diamond engagement rings. Even Swiss timepieces. Pick any item. Get the Genesis guaranteed rock bottom price, pay nothing down, and 0 interest for 5 years. Now through June 30th only. And only at Genesis Diamonds. Shelbyville Road Plaza. On approved credit, see store for details.
Hey, this is Steve Rummage, and I have one question for you. What good is having that beautiful home with that beautiful view if you can't see through the grit and grime of your windows? Or every time you try to open them, it feels like an extensive workout. Let's face it, you and your home deserve better. That's why I'm here to tell you about Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted most efficient in 2019 and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, including all 5-star reviews, which means they're exactly what you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive in Louisville, Kentucky, or call 502-494-0120. Again, that's Windows Plus, so make the call.
There comes a time in some people's lives where they wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, and say to themselves, oh my God, I'm going bald. If that's you, don't get depressed, because I have fantastic news for you. I'm Brandon Lang, best known for the movie Two for the Money, with Academy Award-winning actor Matthew McConaughey playing yours truly. When I decided to fix my baldness, I researched hundreds of doctors across the country before deciding on one of the best right here in your hometown, Parsley Waldman Hair Center of Louisville. My consultation was so easy, and as it turned out, more affordable than you could have ever imagined. Dr. Waldman and his staff treated me like family, and from the moment I walked in the door till the time I left, I was treated like royalty. Go to hairsurgery.com right now and let Parsley Waldman help you get your hair back and your self-confidence back as well. That is hairsurgery.com. That's hairsurgery.com, and take the first step to being young again.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
You're listening to Middays with Marcus May. Broadcast homage.
Welcome back. It's Midday with Marcus Maben, 8150. 93.9's the number, 93.9's the station. So, we don't normally struggle with identity issues, self-esteem issues. I mean, you as a Louisville fan, you take some criticism, but, we like doing some us against the world, things. And we also, as a fan base, like to see those first opinions on what people think of you. Like, would you agree, Steve, that the first announcements are kind of like so that's what y'all want to do? Like, it doesn't matter what it's about, football, basketball, baseball, unless you're preseason. If we were ranked preseason number 1, we'd go find the voters who didn't vote us preseason number 1 and say, so who am I thinking of? Dan Dockett, you got a problem putting us number 1?
Yeah.
And nobody else did.
Right.
Like, we look for that guy,
Oh, no, absolutely.
Not to a fault. I still think it's kind of fun with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Proving people. So, Steve, yesterday comes out the spread for Notre Dame, Louisville.
Yes.
20 points.
20 points.
The first impression of 20 points. What was your reaction when you saw that 20 points?
I said immediately, I'd take Louisville. I'll take Louisville on that. Yeah. But I want to get angry at first but I do have to remember, and I do this very often. I say, okay, Steve, nationally look at yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, take a step back. To an outside eye that looks up Louisville, you say, oh, you had a few go in the transfer portal. Okay, well, you know, now local, I say, 2-win team, kind of went downhill. There was obviously some coaching issues there. I saw up close what was happening.
As a local media member or like local?
Local fan, media member, whatever. I think we all have the same view to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
You say transfer portal. I say, what, one?
We lost one player.
Yeah, you know, Corey Reed today committed to Georgia State. You know, and that's no knock at him. I mean, like,
right.
You know, but
yeah, situationally.
I just say, you know, I see something that says, okay, no, it can be a little better than that. But nationally, am I aggravated at a 20-point spread? No, I don't think so. I think it's fair.
Is it bad that I said, like, I looked at it, I thought national, 20-point, I said, that's it? Right?
Right.
We talked about giving Notre Dame a good game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Giving them a good game was lose by 1 touchdown and a field goal.
Right.
We said 45-35, and you're like, okay, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Notre Dame, confidence-wise, coming off a big year.
Absolutely.
We kind of think they matched up the right schedule, played the right teams at the right times, right?
Yeah.
But you are who you are.
Yeah.
You are who your brand is.
Yeah.
You know, it's Notre Dame. So I'm like, if Satterfield is a touchdown and a field goal better than we think,
right?
You know, or better than they think, you might have messed up that spread. Like that might go a little. Put it this way, I bet you. I would mark this. I bet you it goes at least 6 points towards Louisville by the game time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
If it's 20 points now,
yeah,
I bet you it's 14.
I would have said 4.
14 and a half.
I would have said 4 because I think you will see 16 and a half when it's all said and done.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I can meet you in between, 5. My 6 is heavy.
Yeah.
My 4 is definitely.
Mm-hmm.
It will not be 24 points by the time the season gets here.
No.
This is just early money. They're biting on people who don't know, who remember Louisville from last year.
Yeah.
Giving up 50 points in 5 straight games.
Absolutely.
That's what they see. Notre Dame, 20. Louisville, give me Notre Dame all day.
Well, one of the reasons is, I mean, the way Satterfield runs an offense, it's if they can, with a guy who is first team All ACC and Mekhi Becton, and if you can run behind one side of a line, Satterfield is going to speed games up. And what I mean by speed games up is he's going to play a lot slower.
Yep, the clock
runs. Yeah. So it's going to be tough, I think.
It's going to be tough to get 20
blow
20
the doors off a little,
right.
even if you wanted to,
Right.
Like, I'll play this game. I'll play the game that the defense sucks. And I mean, I don't think that's going to be the case at all. And even if that's the case, I still think Louisville's going to hold the ball a lot. So, that's why I would feel very comfortable taking that spread for Louisville. Could Notre Dame win that game by 23, 24? Yeah, they could. They could.
If there's still a lingering attitude of loser in some of the guys and it doesn't get cracked out of them, you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't get bled out of them.
Or even they make a mistake. What would you think it was that crazy that I say Louisville, it's a 10-point game. It's a 10-point game going into the fourth quarter.
Pick six.
Louisville's got the ball. Louisville's got the ball driving with 6 minutes left, and we're like, all right, here it goes. Here it goes. All right, we can cut it to 3, or we can cut it to 7. Pick six. Then now you're forcing it. Now you get some stupid turnover. They score. You lose by 21.
That's still hard to do.
Like, right.
That's hard to do.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not crazy.
And I would even say this. I think if you're in that situation, I don't think Satterfield does the undisciplined thing like that. I don't think Satterfield does an undisciplined fourth quarter sling it around comeback attempt. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fair argument.
Yeah. Like if he's a runner at heart, why not? Okay, we're down 10. We got 6 minutes. Why not just punch them in the gut over and over again?
Yeah, but but my thing was, what if you feel like, because Satterfield loves a wheel route, what if you feel like I got him, and player mistake is, and you're like, okay, the play was there, it's underthrown.
Yeah, Bobby did that all the time too.
Oh, I went back and watched Florida State. I called you and was about to pull my hair out. I was like, we should be up 42-7. 42-7. Like, you could have easily.
You were running that ball.
Go back and watch Florida State Louisville from this year and watch the guaranteed missed touchdowns that were called up. And you call in this show and tell me I'm wrong. That score should have been 42-7 at one point.
When you saying drawing up plays.
I'm talking nobody. One time, Jawan overthrows it. There was 2 different guys.
Right.
He overthrew Dez one time wide open. He overthrew Jalen one time wide open. And I almost kicked Tutu off the team for not scoring the one time. Again. And it was summertime. And he played good since then. But I got so mad. I was like, score! You got to score.
And I knew the play you were talking about. I heard your reaction when you said, oh, my God, you got to get in there. I was like, you're looking at the Tutu play, right?
I know. Yeah. I was like, you got to score, man.
Right.
But point being, yeah, I mean, it could be a player error.
Yeah, but I don't think, like I said, 16 and a half minimum.
I agree.
I agree. Because like I said, people are going to have to do when they start doing their research, Satterfield, and they're going to look at Brown, they're going to look at Mackay, and they're going to go, Notre Dame, and they're going to say, unless Notre Dame's super strength is Clemson-level defensive line.
Yeah.
Which I don't think they're going to be like.
Sure.
I don't think they're returning their full defensive line.
Right. Okay, well, I'll give you two points right now. I think that would drop at a point. Scott Satterfield was named the best coach.
Go to that one, sorry.
I look at the other ones. It's not worth paying attention to. Scott Satterfield was named the best coaching hire of the year. Notre Dame and Kentucky were 2 of the 3 that they wrote an article about that said, hey, these are teams that are people are going to think are going to be really, they're going to think are not really good, but they're going to think they're going to be a lot better than what they're actually going to be.
We talked about that article.
Yeah, right.
A little bit, yep. Mm-hmm.
So just by those 2 data points,
Can
I sell you a point or 2?
Yeah, give me 2
points as a field goal. Could I sell you on a field goal? I mean, by saying Satterfield's the best. And Notre Dame was number 1 on that list.
That's the answer, Texter. That's what gives you some confidence. You know what I'm saying? Well, I guess that really not the answer of that game. But aren't you allowed to say that I think a team's going to be better when you have a good coach?
Well, Louisville's going to be better. My God, if they win 4 games, and you know me, I don't play this game, but if they win 4 games and are in a few games, they're better. I mean, last year was maybe the worst.
Perfect storm.
No, I think it's the worst of all time because I could go back and argue with some of the other Cooper years and stuff.
The defensive numbers were the worst of all time.
Yeah.
You set records.
And you had All-Americans running around.
Something don't add up.
Yeah.
Brian Hall. You got to listen to some Court Dennison, Mark Ennis, The Drive interviews. Hit us with clip number 1, please.
Obviously, what we're selling to these kids is the culture, and how we're doing things as a staff. And, you can tell these last couple of weeks that the recruits are starting to buy in. What we're all about. Obviously, we got to win games. But who we are as people. Kids are gravitating towards that, and we're successful, and we should have some more good news coming soon.
Hey, go ahead and go with number 2. Reading it too. I think that's going to feed in.
Saturdays when they're not working out, you'll have 60 players in the weight room. Wow. That's over half this football team, and I mean it's speaking volumes. I mean the level of energy that they have right now, how vocal they are, how positive they're being with one another. I haven't seen this in a long time. I was part of a great culture last year, and culturally, as far as being positive and doing the right thing, we're at that level, if not better, right now.
How do you see those things translating? I think people, you're 2-10 until you're not.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, you got to prove that you can win football games. We can have, positive attitudes all the time and, have great player-led practices, but at the end of the day, you got to win games. Right. So hopefully it all carries over. Obviously, there's those curriculars, but you got to be fundamental. You got to be, technique sound. You got to be schematically sound, which is stuff that we'll all work on from here on to camp. So there's much more than just the positive energy as far as football goes. But at the end of the day, like you said, we got to win games, and that's the plan. What we're hoping to do. So
you hear what they're saying there. I mean, this staff understands, and this is one of the reasons why I'm confident that they are. You could come in and easily say, this year, if they just change the culture around a little bit, that's a win. You play the long game. You say, okay, this is a culture year. You hear that word a lot. But hearing that staff saying things like that, that's Court Dennison. And the reason I wanted to go ahead and go to clip 2 was because in number 1, he's saying, we sell them on culture and stuff and all that's great.
Right.
But we have to win games. That's more important. And I know the culture can play into the game wins, but they're looking like culture should be something that we get pretty quickly. Like, hey, this is different. This is how we do things. You heard people talking about the camp today. You say, this is the kind of the culture of how everything was different. It was different. That was noticeable, just like that.
Saturday, 60 guys in the weight room. Dave Williams.
Yeah.
I have to prove myself.
Yeah.
It's an open market. It is fun.
Yeah.
Quote.
Yeah.
That's
right.
I don't think he would mind us.
No, I think that's fair.
Public with that.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave, listen. Who's crazy? What coaches are crazy?
By the way, he was right.
Listen, what coaches are crazy? What guys, what are guys doing getting in trouble? What's the mood like in there? He said, everybody got a fresh start. Everybody got a fresh start. Everybody's competing. Guys that thought they had a spot, you know what I'm saying? They're all competing. But he said, but it's real fun. He said, every day they're giving us something new. He said, we might have the same drill, but they're putting a challenge to it. And he's like, it's fun, man. He's like, competing in there is just fun every day.
Yeah.
And that was a kid.
Okay.
That was a kid just talking to me about fun.
And that's a dude that's at a position. There are a lot of positions that I think every position when a new coach comes in is open. Mekhi Becton's job is not open, even though it's open.
And I baited him into that. Just like, okay, which guys already know they got a job? He's like, no. He's like, people are practicing like nobody has a job.
But he really is in a position group that's wide open. I mean, you think about it. The way Scott Satterfield runs the ball, I can make an argument. Dave Williams. I love Hassan Hall. I told Dave I loved Hassan Hall.
I like him actually better than you, but I do like you.
Hey,
too.
you're nice. You do a lot of good things.
He did say that, people.
But here's the thing. Dave Williams' body and the way he runs may be a little more tailor-made for a Satterfield. I mean, there is so much competition.
I saw a face of a guy who was like dying to get some contact.
Oh my gosh, yes.
He was dying to get some work in.
There are times when you say, "Oh, well, the job's open for everybody," and then that was, I believed talking to him that these jobs are open. Again, there's some jobs that aren't open, even though they're open. Whatever.
I mean, listening to the discipline that he's doing off the field with his diet and things, people, you're like, that's a young man who wants it.
Now imagine the quarterback room. Now, how much am I holding? I won't use Dez because I'm sure Dez don't drop balls, does he? We'll see.
Wax Pops.
He better not.
Pop, all that crap Pops we talking. If Dez drops,
he better not drop a ball this year.
If Dez drops one of these footballs, I'm
not above getting on here and just saying, you know what? Hey, Pops Fitzpatrick, you don't know what you're doing. I don't even know why you're running wide receiver stuff. You don't know what you're doing.
Listen, stop tagging me in your what's the wide receiver award? College
Biletnikoff.
The little Fitzpatrick is going to be a Biletnikoff contender somewhere.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, stop sending me.
As a matter of fact, get your hands off your youngest son. I'll get on there and say that. I don't care. Yeah.
Stop sending me highlight films of Lil Fitzpatrick dominating because I'm sick of it.
In all seriousness, Pops Fitzpatrick knows what he's doing. He's a good coach, and they got their thing going. But here's the thing. If I'm a quarterback, I am holding those receivers so accountable because I'm like, dude, I hit you right in the hand.
Yeah.
You got it. I'm throwing that ball, and then I'm going, you got to catch that, man. Come on. You know,
it forces Juwan Pass to not be cool guy anymore.
Right.
Unless you don't care.
Sure.
You can be cool guy, but you have a practice where they're dropping your passes for whatever reason. You listen, what do you need out of me? Do you need the pass on the front shoulder? It forces him to add intricacy to his passes and desperation to his passes.
Yeah.
Desperation to his decisions. Because a new coach who says, I'll run this ball all day, bro.
Yep.
That part I know.
Oh, yeah.
But if I asked you to throw 11 passes a game, right? And I set this pass up with 13 runs, you know what I'm saying? I get you a couple screens and you miss one of these guys?
Yeah.
I mean he's going to be like, who brought you here?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. This is why, and as a receiver, this is why when you imagine a guy like Thomas Jackson. I mean, I'll just say it. A little white kid that knows, sharp with his routes, kind of
knows the
played under Gunnar Brewer, knows the terminology, knows you know what I'm saying, knows all that stuff. That's like he's in here and he's sniffing around. He's played 4 years of college or 3 years of college football already.
Not to mention,
I'm not playing around with that.
Look, and don't let you get out there, see him in a preseason kind of scrimmagey thing or get some little, and I'm going even into the season. Let him try this little what's New England
Wes Welker, Julian Edelman.
Yeah, don't let him
name the
trot
wide receiver.
His little Julian Edelman self out there and get a quick
Joe Juravicious.
He was
tall though. What did he tall?
He was awesome.
Yeah.
For Penn State.
Yeah.
Boy, he tore us up.
Yeah.
I mean, Kerry Kittles.
Yep.
It was awesome. So.
Not Kerry Kittles. Kerry Collins.
Kerry Collins, yeah.
Kerry Kittles,
yeah.
For the Nets.
He killed us too.
Right. Yeah. To be fair.
Yeah.
The sentence was true.
Yeah, I was talking about. I was talking about the NCAA tournament, Kerry Kittles.
Yeah.
But point being, he'll be a fan favorite in a second.
I know. Oh yeah.
In a second.
Yeah. I mean, and that's what I'm saying. That competition alone.
He's not that little though.
Who?
Jackson.
No, I mean he's good looking dude.
6'1" and a half.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's not small.
Yeah.
But he's slot guy. Right. He's not going to beat you over the top. He's big time.
Is he cliche slot guy?
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, I think so. If he wasn't, he wouldn't be grad transfer.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be
starting
with. Hear me out here. Big white receiver that can go over the top stands out like a sore thumb. And usually doesn't stick around college more than 3 years. Jeff Samardzija, you're going, that doesn't look, oh my gosh. You're watching every play. Am I wrong? I mean, at least, come on, tell me, am I wrong?
I don't know what you're talking
big
about.
Kid from big Steels from
athletes are just athletes.
Yeah, I know. I don't see color, just jerseys. Whatever. That's fine. It's true.
It's absolutely
true. It sticks out. You're like, oh, that's crazy. Yeah,
Look,
he can do that.
I'll take it one step further. Yeah. You ever watch the Carolina Panthers?
I have.
Ever see their running back?
I have. Yeah. You're like, oh.
Brian, bail us out of this conversation before we
That's true.
I can't take my eyes off him, Steve.
I know.
I cannot take my eyes off the Carolina Panthers running back.
Yeah. I know. That's a fact.
He's good.
That's a fact.
We are rolling along, people. Like I said, we're gonna pick off a little bit of that more football talk before moving forward. Middays with Marcus Maven, 8150. 939 is the number on 939 Ville.
So y'all might convince me that we will go 9-3, 82 days till Notre Dame.
Is it only 82 days?
He's a good route runner, sneaky athletic. That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, give me all my cliches.
Big white kid that can go over the top as a unicorn. And I do agree with that. It really does stick out.
Samardzija was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
He was awesome.
Oh, dude, when you see big white Samardzija go
he had
up,
the hair, too.
Yeah. You're like.
At Notre Dame. More white Duke basketball players should go play football.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Dude. You know what I'm saying? You 6'4".
It just sticks out, man. 6'4" is huge.
I know. I didn't know that till I walked up on Randy Moss and them. I was just like, dude, you look like an animal out there.
I know.
I don't know how fast you are. And to watch, like I said, that story I'll never forget, playing with T.O. Just, dude, you're smaller than me.
I know.
You got a lot bigger muscles, but yeah, point being, if Tyler Herro played wide receiver for Kentucky,
6'4".
yeah, he would be a top 12.
Fly.
He would be a top 12 draft pick.
Kentucky had it. Dickie Lyons. You remember that kid?
I know the name.
The white kid. Just went over the top. Would beat people over the top.
I do. Yeah.
He was a punk.
Yeah.
But he hit that dude from LSU. He caught the dude who wasn't looking for LSU and just bam, just laid him out, and it was like, whoa, it stands out. Yeah.
No, you do. Like I said, you let this kid play football, play basketball up until about sophomore year, then switch him to football and see what happens.
Go play receiver.
Yep.
That's a fact, man.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a phenomenal idea, man. Because at any time, I'm just like, I can be like in the evening, like, flipping on here. Hey, I don't care. I flipped on yesterday listening to, I saw you tweet out, and I was like, oh, the Western thing. I wonder what they talking about. Yeah. Flipped on listening to it.
Just for a little while, yeah. And it's, what I've been realizing is a lot of my listenership, it actually goes up a little bit after the regular broadcasting of stations go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So 100%. Like after 6 o'clock, my numbers actually go up.
Yeah.
Because people don't have a local show.
Actually, I'm gonna bring that up when we come back. So just how it was like, it was like, and I was like,
talk about the Louisville.
You got something? Yeah, because like if I saw you tweet out, hey, I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna
Every podcast I've reached out to at 6 p.m. Yeah, for sure. Free platforms.
oh yeah, I'm terrible at that.
I've had just yesterday had 20 more reach out to me. Red Rage Tailgate told me yesterday, because of your station, we're going to start back up our podcast.
That's awesome.
Started back up.
That's awesome.
In the next week or two.
Yeah.
And I was like, sweet.
Yeah, dude, like I would totally be like, oh, you know what this dude's saying about
I got a Andy Donald's press conference right now. So you didn't get Andy Donald's press conference yesterday?
Dude, I'm telling you, I realized last night when I was sitting there, I was like, no, this is awesome.
Yeah. It's just I just got to get the word
I
out.
was telling you, I was sitting there last night, and I was like, I saw you tweet out there, he had a Western podcast on, and I was like, I wonder what they're talking about.
Right.
And I flipped it on, it was like, okay. I told him, I said, dude, during the season, like if we're playing Clemson, and you had some Clemson guys on there, I
said,
totally
it's
tuned
a
into
great
this and
idea.
that.
Like to be like, okay, game week of Clemson, reach out to 2 or 3 posts and podcasts and be like, hey, can I have the one that you all talk about the game?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that works.
That's good. People have been shooting ideas at me too.
Oh, yeah.
Joe's actually reaching out to Nappy Roots is going to give me 20 instrumentals that are not copyrighted.
Oh, that's cool.
And then we're going to start doing a local music song of the day
That'd be
from a
cool.
local artist.
Yeah, that's
Stuff
cool.
like that.
That's cool, yeah. Yeah, no, it's a good idea, man.
It'll grow.
Oh, yeah.
Just gotta keep doing what I'm doing, and then it'll
Yeah.
give it time.
Yeah.
People gotta find it.
Yeah, once people get more, you keep the app,
I haven't done it in a while.
I just gotta
if
keep
you can
doing
get
what
people to download the app, because even if they forget, like honestly, like I was scrolling through and I was like, oh yeah, I got that app. I was like, oh, what's going on? And it was the Western. I'm like,
Keep you in the know a little more.
yeah.
Probably good for, definitely good for content. This is running, fully running.
Okay.
So
don't say stupid stuff.
this it's not running through this.
Oh, okay. You know what Elijah said yesterday?
I'm listening.
He was like, are they allowed to have cameras in there?
You're listening to Middays with Marcus Maben, broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services studio on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's Midday with Marcus Maben, 8150. 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. Steve's favorite part of the show?
It is. This is the only reason I'm here, apparently. It really was for about a year, 2 years. It really was. The only reason I was here was for free food.
Be grateful.
I got paid by free food. No, I got to sit courtside.
Cigarettes and free.
Yeah, I'll take anything at some point. But since we are here, it's Which Wednesday. Thanks to Jason and his team for bringing about Which to the ESPN Louisville studio. Grow 2 great locations at Old Brownsboro Crossing or at 221 Hurstbourne Parkway. Which launched a new menu, including clubs and new favorites menu, along with the addition of top quality grilled and breaded chicken. They also have 5 new shakes to choose from, including birthday cake, Courtney's cookie, and yellow M&M shakes. Cue the text line. Perfect for lunch or dinner, or order at the pool. Pull the diener and order at the pool.
The pool
Remember
side.
that? I love that. I wish we still had that one. Try the ESPN special. It's a large Which for just $6.80. You can order online today at whichwich.com or download the app Which Superior Sandwiches. Speaking of this, real quick, can I bring this up just for a second?
Fire away.
Speaking of an app, I was talking with Brian Hall on the break, man. His Hall About Sports app, I was telling him it was awesome. Last night, I'm sitting there, and they tweet out, and I'm just listening around about it was a Red Out podcast, and it was Western. And I was like, radio was off the air already. There's nothing to really listen to. I'm just kind of sitting around. I was like, I wonder what Western's talking about.
Right.
And I clicked on there and listened, and it was awesome. Like, just to
hear some other
other points of view and other stuff. And there's a lot of great Louisville content on there as well.
Oh, yeah.
You know, city, team, everything. But I thought that was cool to kind of hear different perspectives. And if you haven't yet, download the app.
Yeah. So I highly suggest you get out there if you have Google Play or if you have an iPhone, either one. You can download the All About Sports app. You can also go to allaboutsports.com. It's a website. You can see all the previous podcasts. But basically what it is it's all the local podcasters that do sports shows that really don't have a radio platform that they're on. So we put them into a stream. They play them, and it's 24 hours a day. And catch local shows even at night.
Oh yeah, and I'm not breaking any news, but I've heard like that there's some blogs that are teaming up to do podcasts.
There may or may not be.
I've heard that there's some that have done podcasts before
that might be
coming back,
restarting back up. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
That's cool.
I've had a lot of positive feedback from all of the different podcasters that are involved. Currently playing on the app. If you go to the app right now, it's a show called Views from the 502.
Yeah.
That's Nick Coleman, Tyler Hicks, and Joel Molinari. They actually. This is the third show they submitted to me this week, so they're staying on top of it.
I've heard that there may be a Rabin and Mummage podcast.
There could be.
Why wouldn't you?
Like just the.
I keep telling you guys.
Did we just let him shout out somebody that's playing right now though? Nothing plays right now, Brian.
Well, don't listen.
Well, here's the thing.
Go back.
Is most of it's after. And honestly, go to the website. Go to the website because it is full of content. And that's what a lot of people haven't done yet is if you go to the website, it has all the previous podcasts. Every podcast has a page so you can see all the content that they've submitted. There's a message board for them. It's free. And there's also articles that the different sites post. For example, the Crunch Zone.
Yeah.
They write articles consistently. Those articles are going to be up on All About Sports mixed in with all the other ones from Louisville Sports Live.
And I suggest if you're enjoying what's happening, is it at All About Sports on Twitter?
Correct.
Okay, go to the Twitter, go to the social media, and shout it out. Let them know. Let people know what's going on.
Because I try to keep the Twitter posts coming so that you can see, because we just replayed Dan McDonald's press conference.
Yeah.
So if you hadn't heard Dan McDonald's press conference, you can catch it on the All About Sports app down the road at like 6 o'clock. And that's it.
That's awesome, man. I love it. I just wanted to give that a shout out because that was a cool moment last night. I was like, this is neat. I like this.
Summertime.
Yep.
Free agency talk.
A lot of it.
Anthony Davis, go.
I love it. I love it as far as for a player to a player's agent to kind of stand up for him and say, I love it. And there's a part of me that's like, it is dangerous.
It's so dangerous
because this is a guy saying basically, Rich Paul, if you haven't noticed, Rich Paul, long story short, Rich Paul, his agent, basically come out and said, y'all can send him anywhere. He's not going to stay. He's going to sign with L.A. So, hey, guys.
Yeah, if you want to trade all your assets to your franchise for a 1-year rental, and a guarantee it'll be a 1-year rental.
Yeah, and if you got the right team, it looks like it may work for the Raptors. They rented Kawhi.
Right.
And they may win the championship. Would you trade that? I don't know. I mean, to have a championship in your, but so here, let me say this. I love it when a player can stand up for himself like that, but I think I wouldn't
get out there through agent or through player.
I don't know that I love it being so public statement. So let me backtrack a little bit and say I'm not backtracking on my point. I like that the player can stand up and say, no, I'm not a cattle.
You like the power, the position of power he's in, but not
how it was went about.
Yeah, and again, it's one of those things like public beefs, public business beefs. I don't do them at all because 99% either two people lose or one person loses really bad.
Yeah.
And I don't want to I don't argue because I don't want to kill you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to crush. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of those, if we get into it, you got to go. I have to make sure you're not a part of whatever beef or business we're in, like total annihilation is when we get into it.
Yeah.
And I have to assume you're going to do that to me. So what I went extreme to say you're going to ruin the reputation of either the Pelicans franchise or Rich Paul's reputation.
Yep.
So both of y'all, for the betterment of the game and your players and everything, keep it behind closed doors as much as possible, because somebody can come out this not recover. You know, Rich Paul screwed up Anthony Davis's career.
Well, there's already an article out.
See,
that is Rich. It's basically, it's the title of it's like the man who ruined Anthony Davis's reputation.
Right.
And it's about Rich Paul.
Right. See, yeah, you know that one, and then it's like, okay, Rich Paul, if you start letting the New Orleans, let Rich Paul start letting those skeletons, those NBA circle skeletons, those, well, yeah, that owner does coke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and there's no stopping once you start going, going there with, you know, so yeah, it's like, yeah, he was doing that when he decided to not trade Anthony Davis.
Yeah. And again, I mean, if you look, players, I feel like, and some people I know would disagree with me, if you're a human being, and if you want to be in LA and that's where I want to live, and I'm great at my profession and I want to do it out there, and they want me to do it out there, I'm okay with you saying I'm going to do it out there.
It's not even that. It's the fact that I tried to work with you to get to the destination, and we've been together so long, and you acknowledge that I've given you everything I had. That's what bothered me so much about the LeBron James situation and the people who were mad at LeBron James situation. I'm like, he was there how umpteen years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he said, listen, I just don't think this is going to work anymore. I've fulfilled my contractual obligation as a Cavalier.
Yeah.
Don't you agree?
Yeah.
And anything I'm doing from this point forward, if you can take me not telling you first, or me not telling you months ahead of time so you can leak the story, or so you can get your ducks in the order, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if that's enough to make you mad at me moving forward,
yeah,
you know, I got a big problem with that. And so people who didn't see it that way, like I was tunnel vision.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't think LeBron James filled his contractual obligation to that team, then you're a jerk.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do this. I've been tiptoeing and dodging this, but maybe I got to just get it out of my system. Anthony Davis, he did his job. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Don't bash my name when you know I did my job.
Mm-hmm.
It all comes back around to Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm.
It breaks my heart to know that the world is going to move on to another story.
Mm-hmm.
Day or two, Kevin Durant conversation. Oh, now what does this do to the free agent world? And
That's funny, Texter. Anthony Davis' dad. We'll leave that. That's funny.
Kevin Durant
About $200K.
put on the line
so
much freaking money.
Yeah, he did.
He put so much on the line. And you know what we're talking about? A torn Achilles, and who's going to give him just enough. Now we can say things like, oh, well, the Warriors, they got to pay Klay Thompson. And like, if Kevin Durant doesn't get injured, it's a stupid conversation about Klay Thompson making more money than Kevin Durant, or you not giving Kevin Durant what he wants to keep Klay Thompson.
Yeah.
It's no longer a conversation because he's out for a year. I mean, Kevin Durant still, here now he's on the back end of all negotiating power.
Yeah.
For the rest of his career. He put it on the line in a game 5 for a couple of minutes and popped his Achilles. And we as a public, like, I feel like it should be like a mandatory, just like acknowledgement of how much gamble that he took. And
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
But it's the harshness of the sports
world.
I know. And it makes me sick when that happens.
But see, my ability to say you're not wrong, that is the harshness of the sports world, is why I feel comfortable saying I don't mind when an Anthony Davis or somebody says, no, I'm going there. That's where I want to be.
Again, people.
Because the harshness is, if Anthony Davis goes down with an injury, we'll move on to where's Kawhi going to go?
I've said this before. I don't let these things go easily.
I know.
I cheered against. Listen, through the hatred, I cheered against Brett Favre, and I loved the type. Brett Favre was like my ideal guy. You know what I'm saying? He was my ideal quarterback.
That's odd.
You say that when I say Travis Ford's my guy. I say Brett Favre's my guy. You know the only college player I ever went up to like kind of starstruck all with?
Who?
Billy McCaffrey. You know what I went up and asked him?
No. Would you like to tell people who he is?
You don't know. Billy McCaffrey is, yes, he's McCaffrey, obviously. Yeah. He played basketball for Duke.
Mm-hmm.
He transferred to play basketball for Vanderbilt, right? And then I went to
I actually didn't know he played Duke.
Yeah, he transferred. So it was one time they were having one of them Christmas tournaments where they brought in like 4 teams. It was like 2 days of basketball in Nashville. Yeah. And my dad took me, right?
Yeah.
And we're sitting like he's one row over, not the corner of the arenas. Yeah. You have to skip over to the other side. So I saw him. I was like, Dad, it's McCaffrey over there. You know what I'm saying? I was pumped about it, right? So I walked all the way down to the floor, had to go all the way around, walked all the way up to the section, right? And you will definitely appreciate this one. I know you. This is so funny. I've never relived this story. I walked all the way up those bleachers on the other side. I was young, you know what I'm saying? 12, 13 maybe. Tapped him on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Right. But anyway.
Billy McCaffrey.
Listen, he turned around and he stuck his hand up.
Yeah.
With the thumb.
Yeah.
At the acute angle.
Yeah.
To give the full
what me
dap.
and Matt got to work on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Right. He turns around and he gives me the full thumb basketball, full dap with the snap. Yeah. Right. And I just thought, listen, I forgot my question just by the way he dapped me up. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was like, I know you get this a lot, man, but I was like, what was it that made you leave Duke?
Yeah.
You idiot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He was like, it's a bad fit, man. He was like, it's just, it's a bad fit. I wanted to get out of there. He was like, I wanted to get some shots up. And, said something like that, kind of just broke it down.
Right.
And I was like, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I was like, don't mean about it. Let's sorry, enjoy yourself.
That's pretty cool. That's the other side of that. That's what happens when you do get the dap. Because what happened to me was handshake. This jackass just handshake.
That's what you like. You didn't even want to talk to him after.
No. He's like, yeah, y'all want to go through there? I don't know.
I mean, if you want me to come through, I'll go.
Hey, don't say anything stupid. It's June.
Right? Look, Marcus just barked at you about fast food and shaking my hand. Yeah. But yeah, he gave me.
That is awesome.
Yeah. McCaffrey gave me full dap. He was starting to kind of figure out. I like the scrappy white guy.
Yeah.
A little more than I thought.
So apparently.
Throughout my life.
I know.
It's like, geez, Travis Ford, Billy McCaffrey, or my
Wrangler jeans, Brett Favre, whatever.
Right.
All right.
But no.
Yeah.
He would have been.
Yeah.
When Brett Favre talked about Javon Walker's injury, and Javon Walker, he
talked about him holding out.
Yeah, talking about him. Sorry about that. He talked about him holding out, and as soon as he came back from that community pressure, and he tore his ACL, and to listen to Brett Favre say, injuries happen in sports. I was like, dude, you are so dead to me.
Yeah.
You are so because he was like every day, like, Brett Favre, what do you think about Javon Walker still holding out? You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, that's just crap. That's crap. He's putting himself in front of the team, and guys like that don't win championships. And Green Bay, they were like, that was the perfect place to bully a player into coming out of negotiations.
Right.
Green Bay, where stockholders own the team, or the citizens own the team. Yeah, that was just the worst. But yeah, we went all of that way around just to come back to Louisville football.
Of course.
Brian Hall, was there anything good out of the Jawan Pass interview? Anything that we can pass along to the people?
The whole team was beat down after a season like that, but my teammates helped me stay up, and I just got my confidence back. So I'm very confident. I feel like I'm at the best I've been since I've been up here. This summer been great. We just been working hard every day.
What do you think when you hear that? I got to be honest. I'll start with that one.
Okay.
When I hear that, I say, okay, you were beat down. When you said the whole team was beat down, you said my teammates did a good job of keeping my confidence up. You were rattled, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got to admit, that one kind of, I went total dead inside on that one. With him, I don't want to hear it.
I kind of disagree.
I'm listening.
Only reason being is I really do think we pulled him way too fast, way too quick. Like I feel like that with him, man, I needed a few more.
Put Day on air and say, "Hey, Day, did they pull him too quick?
Does pass suck?"
I think how does that crappiest pass.
When you spend all summer, okay, and you may call in and say, "But I think we were going to lose that Indiana State game." Okay, I'll listen. That's fine. That's fine. I can listen to this one, but this is just me. When you spend all summer,
I forgot, man. I forgot about that debate.
I know.
I forgot about that debate.
But okay, you spent all summer telling this kid, "You're the man. You're the guy." I've saw the clips on Diener with Drew Diener. This is Juwan Pass. He's like, Drew Diener, my homie. I'm sure Drew Diener and Juwan Pass will get along just fine. What?
Kendra just wanted you to know that she took her cleats to her son.
Of course she took her.
Yeah, you think we didn't know that?
All right, she just wanted you
There
to
was
know.
not one thought of you not taking those cleats back there. She was jealous that the other parents had the chairs. They were, they whipped out the chair like, what do you
and I
think this
heard
is?
in Kendra's voice.
I'm thinking about
I think I'm comfortable enough saying this. I heard in Kendra's voice. She was, "Hey, baby. Trust me, I've had friends.
Whose mom is going to get those cleats.
Who was, "Baby, I got your cleats. Go get your cleats, man." Hey, no, but they listen.
Dude, is that your mom?
Yeah. Oh, some lady bring me cleats.
Right. Oh, thanks.
So here's the point. You've heard him get on radio and get on ESPN and say, man, I mean, this kid, he probably gets it better than anybody. Bobby,
okay.
Yeah. Juwan Pass probably gets it better than anybody I've had. You know what I mean? He already knows the terminology. What was the famous thing he said to Drew? He already knows the terminology of the stuff. You have told this kid, this is your year. Don't look back. Lamar's not
He
here.
didn't even have to, though, because he was a top prospect. Like, you already know that.
But couple that with what he did.
Okay.
In game 2, did you feel like he sucked against Bama?
Not at all.
I know. And in a monsoon game 2,
I know.
You jerk. Look, was he playing well? No. He wasn't. I'm not going to turn that around. He wasn't. No. Would we have still figured out a way to beat Indiana State? I believe so. Maybe you don't. I don't know. Maybe you don't. But you pulled him. Then you played Malik. Malik didn't pan out. Okay, now I've played Malik against Western. It was good, but it wasn't what you thought it would be. Now I've played him against Virginia. Well, now it's not working. I throw Juwan in. Juwan comes in now second half or whatever. Okay, now I'm back in.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, you looked better. All right. Now you're Florida State. Starts out against Florida State. Go back and watch the first half of Florida State. You'll remember going, he's getting it.
Yep.
Yeah, he looks good. And then all of a sudden, the second half, he misses some throws. Well, now I'm yanking him again. Now, tell me why Juwan.
So, in hindsight, are we just saying he was completely mismanaged?
Yes, I think so. I mean, was he obviously not where
we thought he should be?
But maybe I say that's coaching too. And maybe I say, dude, you didn't see that he wasn't there?
And that's when you said he was the only one coached by Little Petrino the whole time.
Yeah. But rhythm, man, with quarterback, there's a rhythm thing there. Where would Juwan have been if he never set out? Maybe you take it. Look, how about this? Maybe you do lose that Indiana State game, but maybe you win 3 or 4 more.
Because you get everybody's attention early.
Like later in the year. And maybe you don't. Maybe not. There was obviously bigger issues there than just the quarterback play with the season as a whole. But I just feel like, man, that he took
8150-939-3831-939 is the text line. Was he pulled too early? Like, was that enough for a season maker or breaker?
And again, you can argue me down on that. I don't think you can't argue me off that point because I won't change my mind on that. I just feel like Indiana he was State. Pulled. He was just pulled too early, I think. Because once you pull him there, it's a wrap. You got busted by Bama in a game I didn't think he looked terrible.
And you remember those Bama kids were picking him up the entire time.
Because you want to – absolutely. Because you want to go to – and I said this earlier. I will immediately say, man, he missed that throw. He missed that throw. He missed that throw. But I can also go to that Florida State game in the second half when I didn't feel like he was playing great and say, man, the throw to Tutu. He stepped in the pocket, took it right on the chin, throws it perfectly over top of the DB. It was just a beautiful throw. And I'm like, man, against Bama, first drive, he puts a perfect pass. Trey Smith's still running. Drops it. I'm like, now, would that have changed the game? Probably not. Bama they were just better. They were better than you were. But, man, you would have come right out and went 7-7. People would have said, well, hang on now. All of a sudden, hang on now. Louisville first drive.
And you might have made the coach a little uncomfortable. And
sure, it may have not got the way it got. It may have hung in there a little bit. Oh, hey, what if you lost 42-24?
Was his mismanagement more of the play calling in your mind, or the substitution, like the tolerance?
I don't know about the play calling
because again, you could argue, dude, you got to be able to run that ball against Indiana State and just win the game. He's having a bad game. It's raining. Let's pop these dudes and go home.
Yeah.
Let's get behind Mackay. Let's get behind them. Let's pop these dudes.
I would agree with that. I think there's aspects of that. Yeah, I mean, Bobby's play calling was what Bobby's play calling was.
Yeah, because if he wasn't ready to run the Bobby offense, you should have had a plan.
Sure.
Of him not, because like I said, and I was okay with Bobby continuing to call his plays the way he calls them because when I look at a film and I see a guy drop a wide open pass, me in particular, I'm the same way. Like, I'm not changing if like I said, if I drop this play, it's open, you pass and you catch. And somewhere in between, you passing it and you dropping it.
Yeah.
But it's all wide open and they're fooled and the play's drawn up right. I can't. I put it this way. I could see why he pulled the trigger on it.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, me personally, I couldn't tolerate it.
I understand. There was a few in the text line. I was going through the text line. There was a couple people that were kind of saying that with the play calling in Indiana State. Mm-hmm. Play calling as a whole, Bobby does what Bobby does. Yeah. That doesn't bother me. Against Indiana State, there was if you can't run the football and beat Indiana State, there's a much bigger problem than Juwan Pass. That's why I didn't like pulling.
But he didn't try. Yeah, he
didn't. That's my thing. That's why I thought, man, you pull him in there. You're basically saying, Juwan, we're only losing this game because of you. And that just to me was like, that's a crusher. And he was done.
Yeah, and like I said, I would defer a little bit psychologically in that one because in Denny Crum's world, dude, my plays work.
Yeah.
If we're losing, it's because you.
Yeah, but where was it because of Juwan, though? Okay, I understand, but in a monsoon rain game that they're stopping the game, they're starting the game. It's just like, I don't know, man. I just feel like, and look, I don't know, he may not even win the starting job this year. That's fine. I don't know. I think he's the leader in the clubhouse right now. But he looks good, too.
Just a reset?
He looks good. He was out there this morning.
You saw him? What is he like? What looks different?
No, not different. It don't need to look different. I don't want him to look different.
They said he was working. He was hitting the weight room real good.
He does look like he's a
Coke
beautiful woman.
Right.
But he has tightened. Uh-huh. You can tell.
Like cross training kind of body.
Yeah. You can tell he is went from bulky big to just. He looks good.
Right.
He looks good. But I've always just been super impressed with him. Physically.
Last commercial break. Middays with Marcus Maven. 8150-939 is the number on 939 Ville.
At the DFH Company, they know you got lucky last summer. You limped your AC unit to the finish line, but now it's time to face reality. You need a new system, so it's time to call DFH. Buy a complete Trane system and get one of the following: either 12-month special financing, a free humidifier, a Wi-Fi controlled thermostat, or an air cleaner. It's hard to stop a train, so call DFH at 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Subject to credit approval, visit dfhcompany.com for complete details.
Hey, this is Steve Rummage, and I have one question for you. What good is having that beautiful home with that beautiful view if you can't see through the grit and grime of your windows? Or every time you try to open them, it feels like an extensive workout. Let's face it, you and your home deserve better. That's why I'm here to tell you about Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted most efficient in 2019 and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, including all 5-star reviews, which means they're exactly what you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive in Louisville, Kentucky, or call 502-494-0120. Again, that's Windows Plus, so make the call.
Are you looking for a job in the lawn care industry? Bosch Lawn Care is looking for individuals experienced with landscaping and lawn care. We're looking for crew supervisors, as well as lawn care and landscaping and lawn care technicians who are skilled and motivated.
With a competitive starting pay and a rewarding career outdoors, Bosch Lawn Care has an opportunity for you. Call us now to schedule an interview at 833-243-8288 or visit us online at BoschLawnCare.com. That's BAISCH LawnCare.com. Professional, affordable Bosch Lawn Care.
You know, anyone can deliver a box of groceries. But when you consider the source, only Kroger can bring you the fresh, delicious food and quality products you already know and love. And no matter how you like to get your groceries, Kroger makes it easy with same-day store pickup, delivery in as little as 1 hour, and shipping right to your door. So go ahead, check out while you're chillin'. Shop online with the Kroger app or at Kroger.com today.
Are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you're ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maven or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
This is Luke Hancock, financial advisor with ClearPath Financial of Raymond James. As much as I enjoyed talking U of L sports on 93.9, my true passion comes out when helping people with their financial future. Our team of financial professionals is in a new location, 4070 Westport Road, right next to Trinity High School. We focus on financial planning, investment process, and intellectual capital to be the trusted source our clients lean on for all financial matters. Come see us for a free comprehensive financial review and bring your questions to us for your financial confidence. Call us at 502-805-4000. Raymond James & Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
We always have our focus around here at ESPN Louisville. Not focus with an F, but with a PH.
Focus is our go-to drink when it's time for a pick-me-up around the office. Focus is a naturally energizing caffeinated sparkling water, so it's free of any of the bad stuff you find in sodas and energy drinks. The caffeine in Focus comes from green tea leaves.
So pick up a Focus around Louisville at places like Kroger, Fresh Time, Lucky's, Rainbow Blossom, Piney Brothers, Paul's Fruit Market, or on Amazon. Focus, PHOCUS. Try it today.
Hey, small business owners, have you ever been fooled by AT&T's Double Talk? Did it go something like this?
Get fast internet and phone for a great price.
But what they actually mean is
slow starting speeds, added taxes, and extra charges.
When Spectrum Business says blazing fast internet for just $44.99 a month and phone for just $29.99 a month, they mean it. Because with Spectrum Business, There are no hidden fees or added phone taxes and no contracts. And Spectrum Business Internet's starting speed is 200 megabits per second, much faster than AT&T's 50 meg internet. Plus, if you're stuck in a contract, they'll buy you out.
No double talk?
Really? No double talk?
With Spectrum Business, what they say is what they mean. Call 855-866-5599 now to get faster internet and reliable phone with no hidden fees and no contracts. That's 855-866-5599. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville is broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services Studio. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. Marcus Maben's he's actually in the room. Him and Worldwide are having a soccer conversation right now, which is very riveting stuff. It really is. It truthfully is. I'm not just saying that. The show was starting, so I figured I would do the professional thing and actually start the show. So here we are. Yeah.
That was good of you.
So that's good. Yeah. So, well, we're good. Go ahead.
Mike, Marcus, we're coming back.
Have your conversation
Marcus,
right now.
We're coming back.
Yeah.
Hey, Marcus, we're coming back. He's like, hold on, man. I got to finish my conversation. The people can wait.
No, he's going to finish it. He's going to finish it right here.
Jason, you got to give me 1 second. Now, Worldwide, I don't have people that I can have this conversation with, obviously.
Right.
Rummage over here. Right.
I like soccer.
Brian Hall. So, we were discussing what you said 2016.
Yeah.
That was probably the one of the best USA performing teams in World Cup.
So the best one was technically the best one was like 1950 when they finished third.
I heard that.
Doesn't really count, if I'm being honest. 2002, they got to the quarterfinals when it was in Korea. That's the best they've ever done. But recently, yes,
2006 was the most exciting World Cup run you ever seen.
Yeah, that's the one I remember the best. That's the one with the Landon Donovan goal that it was like, go, 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 USA.
Yeah.
You could not write a script like that.
Right. It was late game heroics over and over again, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what year did Bob Bradley get? Listen, I was telling you how I liked that style of play because I thought the USA men's national team could move up in the world because nobody plays aggressive sports like USA. Just really, and I thought that team represented USA aggression better than anybody. I thought they could become a quicker powerhouse by playing that style, and you totally disagreed with me.
So I mean, that's one avenue. I think really what they need to do, and I mean, it is what it is. The MLS isn't a great place to develop talent. It just isn't. You know, we love obviously college teams around here, but men's college soccer isn't where the elite players are playing. They're going over to Europe at an early age. They're getting in the academies. That's honestly what we need. The athletes are fine. That used to be the argument.
Being that that's your world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you start sending young American soccer players to academies over there? Because this leaks over into basketball when you have guys, going to just make money now. So 15-year-old Freddie Adu.
Right. He would have been better off going to Europe instead of signing when he was like 14 or whatever with DC United. He wasn't mature enough, and that was a bad idea, and it kind of set him back. But at the end of the day, the academy system is the best way to develop talent. They've been doing it in Europe and heck, South America
forever.
For decades and decades and decades.
So how do you speed it up? How do you get into the World Cup? Worldwide's quick, hot, universal take. How do you get there faster? Or is it just a slow process of talent?
If you've got an elite high school player, let's say in the U.S., and you think he has potential, send him overseas. It sounds weird, but send him overseas. Send him to England. Send him to Spain, Germany. Get in the academy system. Try to qualify for that. Stay with that for a couple of years. You're playing against even better talent than you would ever play.
You're never going to get them back.
Well, you'll get them back for the World Cup, which, I mean, honestly, what soccer needs, what the MLS needs is the U.S. men's national team to freaking show up and win, not just, go into the group stage and, crap the bed.
You were mad at the women's team for running up the score.
Oh, hell no. I loved every second of that. Screw you, Thailand. Come get some.
Thanks a lot. Yeah. Like I said, I had to have that conversation with one very own Worldwide because Steve is not going to talk international soccer.
No, I like soccer, but I can't talk it like that. But he is right. Like the U.S., like the one time, when I get into it, is the World Cup. You're like everybody. All of a sudden now I understand soccer. I actually, the last World Cup where they made a decent little run, I bought the FIFA game and played it.
Did you like it?
I didn't buy it. I downloaded the demo.
I was going to say you red boxed it?
No, I just downloaded it on PlayStation.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Like I said, living overseas, it bit me good.
I totally respect soccer and like I'm not one of those guys.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm not, and I'm not turning you into.
Just don't want my son to play.
He'd get dominated.
Oh yeah, no, he would suck. Yeah.
When you talk about his balance, I'm like,
no, he can't. But I didn't really want
him to play soccer. Anyway.
A soccer player.
You want to be soccer dad, Steve?
No.
Jason, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away, my man.
All right, so the previous conversation around Juwan Pass.
Right. Totally ignore our soccer conversation. Sorry about that.
Right. I'm going to skip over that for a second. Not that it's not important, but I've always been a huge Juwan Pass fan ever since the beginning. He was a 4-star out of Georgia, which means he played against elite defensive players at the very least. He was offered by Alabama, Auburn, Ohio State, Virginia Tech, places that aren't missing all that often on players and are pretty good at picking out who's who.
Right.
Now, I believe in him this year. I would love to see him start because I think he's got the most potential on the team to be a breakout player by just getting actual coaching. It's clear that over the last 2 years that Bobby wasn't paying attention to whatever was going on with the quarterback, and Nick was completely inept, for lack of better words. He could not do the job. If you look at, and I'm going to talk a little rough about the Messiah himself, Lamar Jackson. Lamar never developed really all that much better as a passer while he was here. He won games by being Lamar, which is a good thing, but what he came to U of L for was to be coached to be an elite quarterback, and he thought that's what he was getting, and that's what Pass thought he was getting, and I just don't think they were offered. They were provided what they were told, and that stunted. But who knows what Lamar could have been if he would have got actual coaching or good coaching, and who knows what Juwan can be now that we have a coach that seems to really be involved and dedicated to making sure that these kids succeed in the best way because, well, that's what he came here for. And our cupboard's not dry. We're a talented team. We had good recruits. We had good players. It's just the culture of the last 2 years was so bad that we didn't know who we had because they just didn't show up. The coaches were not there to support them.
Listen, Jason, I appreciate the call. Jason?
I can start with what I agree with. What I agree with is we have really good coaches right now. I do think Frank Ponce is good. I think he will do good with these guys. I think Satterfield will do good with these guys. I do think that Juwan Pass did not get the best coaching throughout his thing. What I totally disagree with is that Lamar Jackson didn't improve.
I was gonna say, like we opened the show, Jason, and we're gonna have this conversation again, face to face over a beer one day. I just got a feeling because there's no way I can jump through the phone and yell at you and like I want to. We opened the show with Lamar Jackson's Heisman Trophy sitting in the middle of the play. You don't get that from just being a running back. You look at his numbers; they were Baker Mayfield level passing numbers, right? Like stupid numbers passing. He can pass. His personality and his when you're trying to balance out athleticism. Like here's the thing, to compare it to me. I made this joke before. You were snarky about it, but it was the truth. it hurt my game more when I started jumping stupid out the gym.
Yeah.
It was the worst thing that could have happened to, like, you know, like I was a point guard. I could shoot, you know what I'm saying? I was that guy. My finger rolls were nice, you know, like things like that. I lost a lot of that stuff by being able to just take off. Lamar Jackson loses passing fundamentals because he knows he can take off. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It takes some time to get back be a passer, first, second, and third, and run forward. But it's such a fine line because there's doubt creeps in. Lamar Jackson can pass the hell out of a football.
Yeah, and I do think he got better. I mean, you know, like I will say, I think
he got tons better.
But I mean, I think that's because Bobby. My point was, I think because Bobby took him, and Bobby. We've talked. We've talked. I believe this. We've talked to players on the team that have said this, coaches that have coached with him. Everybody says, Bobby, if he ever wants to do offensive coordinator or he'll be a monster. And he's still.
Go look at the plays.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, but the point is, I think Bobby took him. So you had a guy who's coached quarterbacks and stuck with Lamar Jackson for 3 years, and you got a Heisman Trophy winning first round draft pick quarterback.
If you would hire Bobby to just say, hey, draw me up a first half of plays.
Yeah.
And just give me a report of all the plays I need to run against this team.
Now, I will say this. I get what he's saying if you're saying, yeah, if you put him with maybe the elite quarterback coaches, yeah, he could have been better. But, I mean, that's kind of, I think you can say it with anyone. You know, I mean, if you had any coach, you know, if you say, okay, well, I mean, if you took pretty much any of Cal's teams and put them with Izzo, I'm sorry.
It took until 11:49 for you to throw that in there.
I know.
Could you not have gotten through a 2-hour show before you had to bite at Kentucky or Cal? You just couldn't. You couldn't help yourself.
I don't know. It was just I got a demon.
That's something that you need to get exorcised.
That's immediately where my mind went. As soon as you said if better coaching, I immediately was like, yeah, a lot of those Kentucky teams could have won titles.
You went straight to that.
I know, that's sickening.
John Cena's retired.
What?
Is John Cena retired?
John Cena has been retired from what?
WWE.
He hadn't really been in WWE for a while. He's kind of doing different stuff. He's doing a lot of movies now.
He's not going to join the
he'll show back up.
AEW?
No. He don't fit there. No.
Wait, what?
No. Why not? Because
I'm listening.
AEW is like almost like a cult following.
You got to be in. Yeah.
It's guys who were in the indies who even the ones that went to WWE, they have.
It's like mumble rap.
Yeah, because I mean, you're talking like the Seth Rollins, the Dolph Zigglers, the Daniel Bryans, the guys like this that would fit with a move. Cena, no. Like Roman Reigns, no. You show up over there, they're gonna they may literally riot. They may literally riot. Yeah, you're not going.
They will be the most hated people in the whole thing.
Oh, no, it wouldn't work. Like you may literally have riots. Like it's like no, I'm not watching you over here.
Brian Hall, do you have Facebook Messenger on your phone?
That would be me. I would be so angry.
I do, but I don't ever use it.
You remember when they were talking about Facebook Messenger as like they put it as a different app because
Yeah, they separated it from Facebook, and when they did that,
something was going on.
Well, when they did that, I no longer really got the notifications for it. Now, obviously, I know I can just go turn them on, but I never get notifications when I get messages on Instant Messenger, so I check it like once every couple months.
I know. Listen. The reason I asked you that is because I wanted to publicly say, people, I am going to get back on my Facebook Messenger, and I don't do Facebook Messenger, but I got a lot of messages.
I know. Yeah, it took a while for me to understand kind of what was going on with it.
You don't have it?
I mean, I have the app now
on your phone,
but I don't have alerts for it. Of course, I don't have any alerts like on mine. I have 6 people on Twitter, or 6 Twitters.
Yeah, Twitter
that
alerts.
are on subscription, and that's it. I don't because I don't want alerts coming to my phone all the time, man. Like every time somebody tags you on Facebook, somebody likes something on Instagram. Like I don't know. I'll when I get on there, I'll see it.
But you know what? I need to grow up though. Like I said, now I'm missing out on too much interaction.
Like when Kenny Klein tweets, I know it. When Chris Mack tweets, I know it. There's a few, there's a few
people
you could tweet, and I wouldn't know it for 6 years. Well, what was up with last night? What were you doing at 2:00 in the morning? I'm not knocking it, but what was the deal?
Explain to people what you're talking about.
Was it like Thundercats?
Tell people what you saw and what you were thinking when you saw what you saw.
I woke up because I have a child, a 9-month-old, that wakes up in the middle of the night. And I'll scroll through Twitter because I'm sick in the head with that, and I have to always know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
My wife chastised me yesterday because we were driving, and no, not while I was driving, but we were on Preston, and there's 150 stoplights on Preston in between Gene Snyder and Shepherdsville. So we got hit by every one, and every time I'd pull out my phone and I'd scroll Twitter, and she's like, do you think something happened from the last light till now? And I'm like, maybe.
Good point, though. Good point.
Maybe. So
speed is, Charity got me on top of these things.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, So
cut them some slack.
But no. So anyways, I wake up and I'm looking through Twitter, and I see a Thundercats video, and it's like a GIF, and it's posted by Marcus Maben at like 3 a.m. What are you doing? What? And then
Marcus,
you pull up
have the weirdest schedule ever.
No, and then he pulls up this morning listening to Baby making music, and I'm like, what?
That was Alicia Keys.
You are up at the.
You could make a baby to Alicia Keys.
Multiple.
2, and not with. Many with.
Actually, what's funny about that is
I asked if you got in a relationship. I was like, who is it? You've made it official. You're in a full-blown relationship.
It was Alicia Keys and Drake. Fireworks is what I was jamming to. So, good song. You should look it up. Point being.
Yeah,
Thundercats.
Yeah.
I saw somebody that posted like the cartoon, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to put my intro. I did post the right one, right? Did it have my intro music to it? Or you didn't listen?
I didn't listen. It was
darn it.
Yeah, he went back to sleep. I was.
Well, what I was doing, Steve, since you asked, is working on, other projects and putting the sound to videos, putting the music sound to videos. So I was on my iMovie working on that stuff. So listen, that's what I'm doing when I'm up at night. I'm looking to improve things for our sponsors and for the show and get different avenues to bring content to the people and things like that. So
thanks for putting work in for the people at all hours.
Right,
of the
that's
night.
what I'm saying. And Steve,
I did it for the people,
is giving me a hard time about. So people, if you do see it, the intro to the show is coupled with the intro to Thundercats. It was a project, and I just said, hey, why not post it? Seems like a couple people liked it.
You did that for fun? Like,
Steve, times are changing. You have to be able to do these things. You have to be able to work the sound and work videos, and we're in a media business, Steve. I don't want to get left behind by some intern who's cold with this.
No, look, okay.
You're just concerned about the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was posting that at 3 a.m. But listen, people, did I sound like I needed did I sound tired today?
No. Oh, no. The time actually don't bother me because I know how you do weird stuff, like sleep wise.
Or you just the effort that I put in on the Thundercats?
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Whatever. Anyways, I know. I just thought it was odd, but it's okay.
Brian Hall, since my efforts have been gone unappreciated, go ahead and play us out.
Just play us out. I'm ready to go home. Reggie.
How many innings does your air conditioner have left in it? You're about to find out with the stress of summer heat upon us. So what do we do here at the station? If there's a problem, we call DFH. They're fast, they're good, and they're reliable. If you need to go to the bullpen for a new comfort or a new system, it's hard to stop a train. So call DFH 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions, subject to credit approval. Fun show. We're getting closer to Notre Dame. That's going to be awesome, people. You better get your tickets now. Good luck. Be safe, all travelers to Omaha. We will be at some local establishment with the O-C-A-R-D-S. It's going to be really fun. This is the car, man. This is that nice car. This is that truck with all the nice cars on it, man. The University of Louisville. I love it. Go find out what Elijah Rummage's 40 is for us, please.
Yeah, we'll see.
That would be awesome. Which coming soon. Should be here already. Shout out to Which. I'm very excited about the sandwiches. Middays with Marcus Maben, 8150. 93.9 is always the number. 3831 93.9 is always the text line. We Are Made for the Ville is the YouTube channel. Some more stuff coming soon on 93.9 The Ville.